All right, some parents are enrolling their kids in online learning as they head back to school. Some school districts are starting school completely virtual for everyone. A lot of schools are going back, like Brownsburg and Avon, which had about 75% that are actually a little bit more than that back in the classroom, in the 80%, I believe. What do parents need to know about this way of teaching? Joining me live from Bloomington with some answers is Ann Ottenbreit-Leftwich with the School of Education at IU. It was actually 87% and then 12-point-some%. I want to make sure I get that right for I think Brownsburg and Avon schools yesterday. But there are then that 10 to 15%, which equals more than 1,000 different kids from different school districts that are doing the online. Teachers are having to do all kinds of things different. Let's talk a little bit about Indiana and where do we stand as far as being a leader in educational technology?
So one of the amazing things that we have at the Indiana Department of Education, they had an Office of E-Learning, who was actually championed by Dr. Candace Dotson, who was an amazing visionary, and she really moved Indiana forward so that we were one of the leaders in terms of like one-to-one devices. So our state was the top one in terms of how many school districts actually had one-to-one devices. And looking back at the data, and there's some data that is available on the Indiana Department of Education website, almost overwhelmingly more than half, and I think it's around like 70% of public school districts have one-to-one devices set up for students, and more than that, more than 75% of school districts have done e-learning for different sorts of days before COVID or before the pandemic happened, where they were doing it for professional development, snow days, days when they couldn't go into school. So we have been experimenting with this for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it for years, right, with snow days where we say, okay, we're going to jump online and we're going to do class that way. But it is hard, would be my guess. I'm not a teacher, but having to try to possibly do both or not know, at any time it could change, or say, okay, on Monday and Wednesday, we're going to be doing virtual, and Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to be in the classroom. Teachers are flexible, but talk to us a little bit about the pressures and kind of what they're facing and how tough it is.
I think the hardest part, for teachers right now is the not knowing, and things can change so quickly. Like here in our home district, we were going to be going back. Students had the option of either being face-to-face or completely online, and that changed at our board meeting on Tuesday night. So teachers were all ready to go for a start on August 5th, and then that changed because the school board was responding to the community's concerns. And so now all teachers are going online at least until September 14th. So the thing that is really difficult is trying to think of those amazing pedagogical skills that you had when you were in the classroom of being able to go from one kid to the next and being able to talk to them and figure out where they were. A lot of these pieces of what we call formative assessment, seeing exactly where a kid is and how you can help them. That's much more challenging to do online. It can be done online, and technology is a great facilitator of those things, especially when you're in a pandemic and don't have any other options. But it's a difficult thing to start thinking about which tools are going to best support the kind of learning that I want to facilitate in students.
I only have 15 seconds left, but I want to end on something giving hope or positive. I like to do that. We are smart and intelligent people, and we can do anything. How do we make that happen?
So honestly, one of the ways to make that happen is to figure out to talk with your teachers and to work with your district, and also to provide teachers with some grace. But emailing them, asking them questions, doing office hours, they want to hear from you and they want to be engaged with your students.
Be a partner. Ann, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Good luck to you guys too in your school year as well with your
Thank you so much. Good luck to everybody.
Hey, thank you. At 6:26, Jess.
Guys, thanks so much.